The Heat go up 2-0 in this series already. That's something that we didn't do much in our playoffs other than last year. Really, last season was like the last time because last season we went up 2-0 twice against Atlanta and against Philadelphia. This is the first time we actually went up 2-0. Remember this, we're the play-in team. We were the play-in team. We just barely made it in against Chicago, and then look how far we've come. 2-0 against Boston, up in Boston, Massachusetts. And to tell you the truth, it was a pretty good game. And to tell you the truth, I thought we weren't going to win that one because undefeated in game one games, but were undefeated in game two. So that's something you have to take note on that. That streak ended tonight when the Heat won game 2, 111-105. How did they do it? Let's find out. All right, Kevin Love with no points. He was barely effective offensively at all, but his defensive was pretty all right. 5 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound and 4 defensive rebounds with 2 assists and 1 steal. Butler, of course, because Butler is Himmy at the roll in our team. Scored 27 points with 8 rebounds. So Butler making some strides here and 3 steals. Bam Adebayo, 17 rebounds, 22 points, 9 assists, just 1 assist shy of getting a playoff triple-double. Just one way of getting that triple-double. Gabe Vincent, who has clutched us at the end of the game with scoring 9 points at that 1 field goal that really Gabe Vincent, undrafted. Did you know he was undrafted? I knew he was undrafted. He has won us the game at the end when things were looking this bad. Max Strus, 11 points with 2 3-pointers. And we have to look at the bench. The bench was awesome. The bench was awesome, exception of Kyle Lowry, who has been ineffective as much, but his assisting has shown. Duncan Robinson scoring 15 points with his 3 3-pointers. It was crazy shots that Robinson was making. So happy birthday! But the biggest note here from the bench was Caleb Martin. Oh my gosh, Caleb Martin was contributing in a big way off the bench, really going up against guys like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Marcus Smart, Brogdon, and even Devin White. He was competing against them all, and he has hit 3 3-pointers along with 11 field goals, 25 points. And those 3-pointers were back-to-back when we were down by as many as 12 points. This was off from the first half, when the first half we were down by as many as, I would like to say 10 at that point, but in the third quarter we were down by 12. For the Boston side, Jason Tatum, really not a big surprise there. 34 points. And with 13 rebounds, he has earned himself a double-double. Jason Tatum, really, he's impossible to guard unless if he makes some mistakes, which he did towards the end of the game. Horford, 2 points. With 4 rebounds, 2 assists, he was barely a factor, but the 2 blocks were pretty good. Williams, the third, 13 points. He's the big, tall guy. And he was there for the N1s and pretty good clutch shots for, Boston, admittedly so. Marcus Smart, 7 points. Jaylen Brown, 16 points. Devin White was frustrating to see him shooting 3 3-pointers off the bench. Brogdon, 13 points. But now let's talk about this. Jason Tatum. Of course he's going to get things going, and of course he's going to make some good assist pass because he had 8, and he has 13 rebounds. He was everywhere. But his 3-pointers, he only had 3. The free throws were off the charts. He had 11 3-point free throws. And the top of all he was contributing in a big way for Boston, as well as I would like to say Devin White, because Devin White was shooting some baskets. He really was. And when he was getting things going, guess what? When he's being double teamed, he assists. That's why he has 8. He was getting double teamed, and he passed to someone like Williams III, Grant Williams, and Marcus Smart. What do you want me to say? But for Miami, Jimmy Butler comes up on top. Now, in the first quarter, we had a good thing going, but then we had a little bit of foul trouble, and Boston wins that quarter. Miami, second quarter, much better, because we were making shots, and Caleb Martin was a big factor in that second quarter, and we were leading that one 54-50. So that's a pretty good number right there. Third quarter, we were down by 12, no exception. That was a bad quarter from us defensively, and this is where I want to say that Jason Tatum, Williams III, and Jaylen Brown, they were everywhere in that game. Jason Tatum was the MVP in the game until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, he has regressed, and I say he regressed in a big way. Up until the free throws at the end of the game, he scored nothing. He scored 0 points up until those free throws and the fouls committed by Butler, Strus, and those were bad fouls too. One of the fouls was against Miami that really, I don't know. I felt like the hand of the wrist was hit first before Smarts got hurt with the leg, with the incidental contact with the foot as they were both on the ground. This is Butler and Smart I'm talking about. Things were getting chirpy. Now, in the second quarter, there were some chirpy moments. The whole team was getting together. They were just trying to tell them to back off. Nothing major there. But there's playoff history between Miami and Boston, a long one, especially in the last decade. Remember, in 2012, we were playing Boston, and we had Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Anderson, Mario Chalmers, and Ray Allen. We were trying to get up to, we're trying to go to the NBA Finals. So there was a history. There was history between them. Then we met again in 2020. We won that series, and we meet again in 2022, and they won the series. So it's been an ongoing rivalry. And it's proven that, and it got personal. Now, there was an instance in the fourth quarter, and this is the fourth quarter I'm talking about now. Grant Williams covering Jimmy Butler. There were some moments where there was a moment that Grant Williams made a tough shot over Butler, and he said something to Butler that ultimately got him pissed off. And Butler and Grant Williams were now covering, and this is the matchup that turned out to be pretty exciting, because Grant Williams actually fouled Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler connects an and one, and as you see in the video title, the thumbnail, oh God, it got heated. Jimmy Butler and Grant Williams, head-to-head, literally head-to-head contact, nose to nose. Whatever stuff they're saying, they were talking shit at each other. They were chirping. They want to fight. They wanted to beat each other up. They were trash talking. Both of them feel like they have something to prove. And at that point, we were down by 6. We were down by 6 after the Jimmy Butler free throw. And at that point, Jimmy Butler was on a mission. Jimmy Butler versus Grant Williams. Butler keeps winning the battle. He keeps doing the fadeaways over Grant, passing it to Bam Adebayo with the dunks. He keeps winning. He keeps winning the battle. And the best part of all is that when Williams was covering somebody else, and and Grant Williams said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to cover him anymore." Brogdon was the next one, and he does a fadeaway against Brogdon and connects those points. At that point, we were up by 5, and then there was the 3-point foul situation from Max Strus, and Tatum was getting those free throws in, which now became nervous because we were near the end of the game. It's 49 seconds left. We needed to get something going to get some insurance in to win this game too. Gabe Vincent on the mission, scoring that jumper, and ultimately ended the game. And then Boston had one last chance to try to get something going. Tatum loses the basketball twice. By the way, with Jason Tatum, as good as he is, he has turnover problems. And the stat proves it. This game, he has 5 turnovers. A couple of those were bad passes, travel, and lost dribble. It's undeniable. And then when the defensive possession goes towards Miami, on a failed attempt from Boston, Strus finishes off. Strus finished off with the free throws, and that's it. 111-105. We won Game 2 on the road. So, wow. And as a neutral, as an NBA fan, this was a great game to watch. For Boston, down 2-0. For Miami, we're up 2-0, and that's a good feeling to have. Last night I was up until 3 in the morning, just to try to make this video and watching the Florida Panthers win Game 1 on the road against Carolina. This one adds even more sweetness because we won against Boston in Game 2. So all these South Florida teams, including the Marlins, were representing someone. Yesterday they were representing the Florida Panthers. Today they were representing the Miami Heat. So each day when a South Florida team plays, a Miami team plays, and I say South Florida because Florida Panthers is in Broward County, Sunrise, while Miami Heat is in Miami. So South Florida teams, each day South Florida team plays, either the Heat, and proves it because the Heat players, like Jimmy Butler, was wearing a Matthew Tkachuk jersey during practice. Someone represented someone. Marlins represented the Panthers towards practice the day of the game. The Heat representing the Florida Panthers day of the game. Florida Panthers representing the Heat day of the game. Marlins representing the Heat day of the game. So my point here is we all love each other. We support each other. We ain't going nowhere. Go Heat. Go Panthers, especially tonight. Go Heat, baby. Up 2-0 against Boston. Let's keep on rolling. Let's keep going. Let's try to finish this off at home. I hope to get to the NBA Finals for the first time in 3 years. And we want to let everyone know that we're not the bubble frauds. We are the legit deal. Fuck those people that said bubble frauds. Let's go to the NBA Finals and let's hope to win the championship that we have waited for 10 years. That's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe more content because Miami TVG has your back. And when he does, hit me right there with the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Go Heat. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Florida Panthers reaction. Good night, everybody.